Well, hello there, this is Shane from Shane's Books and Review, and I hope you are having a good Monday. Welcome back, and I appreciate you coming by today. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. What we'll be talking about come Friday at 3 o'clock p.m. CST? Junk. Yes, Junk. It is an Audible original, and it was wrote by Les Bohem. The narration in this audiobook was done by John Waters. Remember a few videos back when I was talking about Audible originals, they were able to transform a book that was kind of mediocre, but would still be kind of interesting to adults, even though it was more of a teenager book. And what would happen if they took a book that had a little bit more substance to it and then did the same process? And granted, the Audible originals thing is something I've been falling away from, because yeah, it was kind of cool whenever it first came out, but I don't know if anybody else has had this happen, but there was a few times that I had got the Audible originals and the silly thing counted against my credits. I don't like that. I didn't reach out to anybody to resolve the problem because I've got so much going on. But I don't think that was something that was malicious or was intended by the app developers or Amazon or Audible. I think it was just a fluke, but it was enough of a bite that I've shied away from them. And this is one of the ones that did that to me. There was this one, and then let me grab my phone here. Sovereign did that to me as well. And granted, I haven't read Sovereign yet, but it is on my list. Essentially, it is a different premises of a book, interesting premises of a book. And there's some characters that seem absolutely kooky and crazy, but maybe they're not. There's a bit of hokiness to the book as well. There were some things I found incredibly hard to subscribe to, but that didn't necessarily take away from my enjoyment of the book overall, because again, the production quality was so high that some of it was kind of forgivable. So I'm curious, if you have Audible, did you take advantage of that and get the book Junk? Because it's not really junk. It's actually a fairly decent read. Now, there was one section, I forget where it was at, but I ended up having to skip ahead because it was repeating the same thing over and over. And that's one thing that aggravates me about a audiobook versus a normal handheld book or even Kindle book. You can skip these repetitive things, but I also understand that you want to be true to it. Yeah, those kinds of things bother me completely. How do you feel about it? The premises is that there's this event that happens and then people become more than what they are, but they're a lot meaner and they're kind of single-minded. Also, there's a conspiracy theory touch to this book as well. There's these families that are controlling the entire world. The book also has some ideas of aliens that are in it. The way that it wraps up is different than what I've seen in a lot of books that aren't necessarily like this, but kind of share the same type of a feel. That is what we'll be talking about come Friday. Junk, wrote by Les Bohem, narrated by John Waters. Like, share, subscribe. This is Shane with Shane's Books and Review, and I will see you on Friday.